Hello and welcome back, my fearless and flawless friends. I have a very special video for you guys today. At least I feel like it is special. I have had several people actually ask me to do this, request me to do this. So here I am. What am I going to do? Well, if you are a person that has tattoos, you know that once you get one, it's like Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop. Is that the logo for Pringles? Anyway, maybe it's for Lay's. I don't know, but once you pop, you just can't stop. You got to keep getting more tattoos. I am on tattoo number 12. So I have been asked quite a bit because you guys see me moving around my arms and my wrist, and then sometimes I'll wear a low-cut shirt, and I do have a tattoo there. Sometimes people have seen my back. Other people have seen me in shorts, and they're like, what exactly do your tattoos mean? So we're going to do a little get ready with me while I explain kind of what my tattoos mean to me, what they mean mentally and emotionally to me. I have purposely left room on this side of me so I could plaster the tattoo photos right there for you guys. So that way, instead of trying to like physically show you all my tattoos, I can just bring up a photo and show you. So I've already done a 3D foundation with the wonderful Saint Cream foundation. It's a 3D foundation. I love it. I don't sell it. I have many people that do, so I can always get you in touch with them. But once you start on that one, you won't go back either, because I love this more than I love my normal foundation. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Copper Grove Red Aspen bronzer while we talk about tattoo number 1. That was my very first tattoo, obviously, and I got it done in Tennessee. What? Yeah. When I was married to my ex-husband, so my first husband, we had talked about getting tattoos while we were in Tennessee. And I believe it was like a spring break or something. I know my first child was only 7 months old, or about 7 months old. So it was either shortly before or shortly after he turned 7 months old. And I went into that tattoo shop with him, and not with my son, my ex-husband, when we were married. And I really didn't know what I wanted. You know, I didn't want the typical tramp stamp on my back. I didn't want the butterflies. I didn't want something that a lot of people already get for their first tattoos or already have for their first tattoos. So I really thought it out, and I said, you know what? My son means the world to me. I want a tattoo for my son. So that was my first tattoo. What does it look like? Well, here you go. That was shortly after I had gotten the tattoo done. So it is obviously the state of Texas. It is the state of Texas flag. That is where he was born. He was born in Texas. It also has his name. His name is Aiden. And it has his date of birth with some little baby footprints around on the tattoo. So obviously it's for my son. It's pretty self-explanatory. There you go. Not much else to describe on tattoo number 1. Tattoo number 2 took me a couple years to get, but I eventually decided on tattoo number 2. After many years of trying to figure out what kind of tattoo I wanted, I thought, you know what else means the world to me than my siblings? So, tattoo number 2, right there across my back. It is the upper, like right in here. And that obviously is 4 butterflies. So it is technically supposed to be all of our birthstone colors. Not so much anymore. Anyway, so I have the first butterfly is for my older sister. Then it's for me, and then it's for my brother, and then for my younger sister. My younger sister and I, not so much of a relationship anymore, but you know, she's still family. And at that point in time, we were pretty close. We had a relationship. We had a friendship. So it still is on me. It still means everything to me. And I would be devastated if I lost her. I will say that. Now, if the roles were reversed, I don't know if I would mean anything to her if I was to pass on from this world. But that is, so my oldest sister was January. Then I was December, and then my brother was July, and then my younger sister was March. So obviously there are a lot of blues and red colors. Blues and reds. Yeah, blues and reds. Make sure I said that right. But you know, time goes on, color starts to fade. It is what it is. That was probably the worst. Hands down, the worst. At least for me. I cried. I couldn't stop shaking. I literally wanted it over with. Will I go back and touch it up? Probably not. Will I go back and cover it up? No. But that was the worst and I won't do it again. So that's number 2. Number 3. Number 3, thank goodness I am not physically showing you these because I would actually have to lift up my foot, which I cannot do in this position. So number 3, here we go. Yes, sorry for the foot pictures. You know, it is what it is. It's a tattoo on my foot. So what does that mean really? Well, let's get real. My ex-husband was a little bummed that I would not get a tattoo of his name. Thank God for that. Nor anything resembling him. Thank God for that. Don't do it. Just don't do it. But I thought, let me just do something to satisfy him because he was narcissistic, he was controlling, and I just felt like my entire world would end if I did not at least do anything for him. So number 3 is an Irish tattoo. There's some 4-leaf clovers on there. There is a Irish cladog. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. But his family is of the Celtic background. So therefore my son is of the Celtic background. So of course the tattoo means more than just something towards my ex-husband. Because now when I look at it, for me, it just really means that for me, I have to be loyal to myself and I have to remember the true friendships in life. That's what it really, means to me now. Because I don't want to look at it and think of him. So to me, it means to be loyal and to reflect on those friendships. But here's a nice little tip. Don't get anybody's name tattooed on you. No matter what they say, just don't do it. Just don't. All right, there is my little lesson for the day. Tattoo numero 4. Number 4. What is tattoo number 4? Oh, tattoo number 4. Speaking of my ex-husband, tattoo number 4 comes, let's see, about 3 to 4 months after our divorce was final in 2012. Actually, maybe it was sooner than that. I don't remember. Anyway, it was shortly after our divorce was final in 2012. So it was this one right here on my wrist, but I will post an actual photo there for you guys. It was taken right after I took the bandages off of my tattoo, and that is what it looked like. It is the word love inside of a heart. So what exactly does that mean to me? Well, to me, that actually means a lot, because there is a charity, I believe, called to write love on her arm, or I can't remember the name of the company or the charity now. Yeah, to write love on her arms is the charity. And it's pretty much for those who just feel like they're lost, feel like the only way out is to leave this world. And when I was with my ex-husband, I literally felt like my entire world was over. There were multiple times that I would find a pair of kitchen scissors and sit in my closet and contemplate life. I would contemplate if this was really the right thing for me, and if the only way out was to end it all. But what kept me going was my son. And I mean, there were many times I would be driving home late at night and I would think, all I have to do is just steer this car into the other lane and it would be over. There were times where I just thought, okay, I'm on this medication. All I have to do is take a couple extra pills and it would be over. I literally felt like that was the only way out. And had it not been for my child, then most likely I would not be here. So I went and had my tattoo artist, who is currently my tattoo artist. He was the one who actually, this was his very first tattoo that he did on my body. And that is for me a reminder that it may have been rough, but there is a higher being that has me here for a reason. Not only for my children, for my family, but for myself. And it is a constant reminder that no matter what I am struggling with, no matter what I am going through, no matter how dark things ever get, that there are people out there who truly love me. And that I need to start loving myself. So I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let everybody know that my comments are already, always open. My links are below, so there's always a way to private message me. I am always here to talk. I am not a therapist, but I am here to share your struggles with. Because I have been through a lot of trauma, a lot of emotional and mental and verbal abuse. So this is what is my daily reminder to just keep on going. There's somebody out there that loves me. I love me. So that is tattoo number 4. Number 5 was done not long after my second son was born. And that is actually on my, where is it? That is on my right ankle, outside of my ankle. It is this one right here. He's cute, isn't he? Anyway, so what exactly is that? That is this cute little nursery themed monster. And I got it because that was his nursery theme. He was always like, I always called him my little monster. He had these little stuffed plushy animals that look like that. His first birthday was that theme. So I was like, what better thing to remind me of my son than that tattoo? So that was number 5. Of course, it has his name. It has his date of birth. So, and it's just a cute little reminder of him. Number 6 is this one right here. Number 6 was not very long after I got diagnosed with lupus and fibromyalgia. When that happened, I felt extremely lost. I was worried for my family. I was worried for my children. I was worried for my husband, and I wasn't sure exactly where life was going to go from here. And this is a constant reminder that just like the phoenix, I can rise from the ashes. I can rise from all of my issues. I can rise from all the problems. I can rise from all of my health issues. So the phoenix is there as a reminder, as well as the lotus flower, as well as the purple ribbon. The purple ribbon not only stands for a lot of other things, but it also stands for lupus as well as fibromyalgia. It's really just a whole rebirth, regeneration of myself, because now this is a completely new me. I was never, like, I always had chronic pain, but I wasn't entirely sure what the problem was. And now that I know, this is now a completely new me, or rebirth per se. And, you know, just a constant reminder, pretty much, that they don't have a hold of me. My health issues do not have a hold of me. And when I start to fall, I can just rise again and try all over again. I'm not going to let it continue to pound me down. I'm not going to continue to let it hold me down. There may be days where I'm just feeling my ultimate worst, but then I am going to come back from that. I am going to come back stronger and wiser, and maybe not healthier, but I will have a better idea of what's going on. And I can figure out how to prevent that situation from happening, whether it was I just ate something wrong and my body didn't agree with it and it really put me into a flare, or I did too much activity and it put me into a flare. At least I know later on, like, what I went through and how to fix it, if that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. All right, number 7. Tattoo number 7 is this one here. Isn't she cute? She's cute. Cute little elephant with a little rattle. What in the world did I get a tattoo of an elephant for? Well, that would be my first daughter. I got that obviously because we love elephants. She enjoyed watching the little safari shows that were on live YouTube like every morning, and we loved watching the elephants. Her nursery theme was elephants. Well, it was safari animals, but we love the elephants the most. And so I thought it would be best to get an elephant as a reminder for her. It does also have her date of birth as well as her name, just like my other children. And this one, I kind of went in there and I said, you are in control of the tattoo. You design the tattoo. You make it your own. And this is what he came up with. This is a cute little rendition of our little girl elephant. She is super, super cute. All right, tattoo number 8. Tattoo number 8, we're on 8, right? Okay, so 8. 8 is very symbolic for me. 8 is very close to my heart. It is a pride ribbon heart. Not only did I get this tattoo around Pride Day when the tattoo shop was doing specials on it, but I also went with my brother. My brother is of that culture, of that I'm trying to put it kindly, but he is open with himself and those around him. And I did it for him, and I did it for the friends of mine who are of that LGBTQ and all the other letters that go with it. So I did that for him and all my friends, just to show them that I am there as support. I will always be there as support. I will never be there to judge them. I will never be there to put them down. I will always be there to support them. So this was my my tattoo in reference to them. So, number 9, right there, is adorable. Is just super adorable. So I have my youngest daughter. She is now 2, but when she learned how to crawl, she walked or crawled. I guess crawled is the right term. She crawled like a Komodo dragon. She had that distinctive crawl, and it was just the cutest thing in the world. And she, if you've ever seen Labyrinth, you know the big monster Ludo. He would hold those door knockers in his mouth, and it was just the funniest part of the movie. I thought, like, he wanted to look like a door knocker, so he put a door knocker in his mouth. Well, she would always carry these little like toy rings or a rattle or anything in her mouth, and it looked like the little door knocker. So we would actually nickname her Ludo, and she would actually answer to it occasionally. And so I had told my tattoo artist, I said, all right, look, this is going to sound weird, but I want a tattoo of a Komodo dragon holding what looks like a door knocker. And he said, all right, we can do that. We can totally do that. So I went in there and he drew up this picture of this cute, adorable little Komodo with a door knocker. And I have to tell people, it's not a pacifier. It's a little door knocker. It's a little toy that she used to carry around with her. And they look like this. Those little like Link toys, that's what they look like. That she would just carry it around in her mouth all the time. So, and obviously it does have her name. It does have her date of birth. This one though, this tattoo, for some reason, whether I was going through a health issue at that time or not, it just would not take. It peeled so bad. And it was awful. And I was like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. I've never had a tattoo do this. This is number 9 tattoo. Never had any issues like this. What in the world is going on? Why is it doing this? So I contacted him and he said, well, just maybe you're allergic to the ink. And I'm like, but we've used other inks before. Like, did you get a new ink, or maybe it's just that color? You know, what's going on? Why am I having this reaction? So we waited for it to heal, and he touched it up for me. We redid it, not really redid it, but we touched it up, recolored what we needed to recolor, and it's just looking like my tattoo never had any issues. But I was super concerned at first, because I was like, oh, what's going on with my tattoo? I've never had this issue before. So that is number 9 tattoo. Number 10. Number 10, I was itching for a tattoo, and I said, you know what? What am I going to do? What tattoo am I going to do? Because I only really do things that are sentimental or emotional, have some emotional connection for me. So what am I going to do? So as I was cleaning, I had found a birthday card. Actually, no, it wasn't a birthday card. It was a card from my grandmother. It was shortly after, well, I can't really say shortly after my divorce. But it wasn't long after my divorce. It was sometime after my divorce with my ex-husband. And she would just talk and everything in the letter. And at the end, she said, don't give up. Love, Grandma. And I knew that was the perfect tattoo. Like, I wanted a tattoo to remember her. And I didn't want just her signature. So I put that on my arm. I put, don't give up. And she loves the color blue, just like me. She loves roses, so I ended up doing this for her. The blue rose tattoo with the phrase, don't give up, love, Grandma, on it. And it is a constant reminder right there on my arm to just always remember not to give up, no matter what I'm going through, just not to give up. And there's a lot that I go through. So there's a lot of times where I'm like, oh, I can't do it anymore. And there's many times I've actually said, I want to give up. I can't do this anymore. And then I look down and I have that reminder from her, don't give up. And I can hear her voice just telling me not to give up. So I will cherish this for, I mean, obviously the rest of my life. It is on me for the rest of my life, but I will cherish this tattoo. And it is definitely one that I will continue to get touched up because I don't want this signature to fade. I don't want this signature to blur, and I don't want this signature to ever go away. I want that reminder. Number 11. We'll see if I can get through number 11. Number 11, wow. Let's do makeup and make it really emotional. How about that? That's always, oh man, that's always a, not a wise thing to do. All right, so number 11 is for our dog. She was in my life for 9.5 years, and all of a sudden in January we lost her to what we don't really know. It will forever be a mystery. She we got up, had a normal morning. I'm going to try to do this without crying. So she had gotten up. We had all gotten up. She got her breakfast. I was making coffee. She was using the bathroom. And she had come back inside, and as I was still making coffee, I heard this commotion, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? And she was actually having a, what looked like a seizure. And so we tried to just comfort her, see if she can get through the seizure. We weren't exactly sure what was going on. And within about 5 to 7 minutes, she was gone. The animal officer, the animal control officer who came to pick her up, even agreed that she was healthy as a horse. Nothing was wrong with her. And that it could have just been a, potentially a brain aneurysm. Or something that immediately stopped her heart. So, with me for 9.5 years. So that one was for her. And number 12, this one here. The only thing I have left to do is my brows and some lipstick. Number 12, my last one, my most current one. My current husband, he has a tattoo on his arm, I believe, of his horoscope symbol. And I had always been asked by my children, when are you going to get a tattoo like Daddy? So, of course, I was like, well, you know, that's not a bad idea. So I got with my artist who has done everything from here, which was what, number 4, and all of my other tattoos. I think besides the pride ribbon. The pride ribbon was done by somebody in his shop, but everything else from this on was done by him. But I said, okay, look, I need a Sagittarius. I need a Sagittarius tattoo. But I want it to be a strong female because I feel like I'm getting stronger and stronger. I need it to be a warrior. I need it to be feminine, yet strong and independent. And of course, I put a Sagittarius symbol as well as my date of birth on there. It does need a little touching up, but this is what it looked like once we got done with it. And he, you know, we kept working out some details on it, and he designed it, and he was like, I really like it because I like Green Arrow and I like Robin Hood. And I said, it's badass. It's pretty badass. So that is what I put on my right thigh. And it is also just a reminder to continue to be strong, continue to fight, continue to be independent, but yet be that feminine. Like, don't lose myself. Don't lose myself. And I think it's a pretty cool tattoo. I really like it. But we did work on it as we're sitting there, and he actually went out to go smoke a cigarette and came back, and I was like, hey, do you mind putting the symbol like right here? Do you mind putting my date of birth here? Like, hey, we worked it all out, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I love that about him, is he is pretty flexible. He can do whatever you want on, you know, on the tattoo. So those are my 12 tattoos. There are still many in my head that I want to do. I still have plenty of places to put them, and I am really itching for that tattoo therapy, but finance-wise, we're going to have to hold off a little bit. But I can still hope and wish for future tattoos. But there is the stories regarding my tattoos and the meaning behind every single one of them. And a lot of people that I know just go out and go, okay, this is really cool, or I like this, or I like that, and they just put it on their body, and that's fine. They have a meaning behind it. They have their reason behind it. But for me, every single one of mine has an emotional and mental tie to myself. And I'm not going to go and do like a Friday the 13th tattoo and just put a 13 on me somewhere, because that has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to go out there and put like a Halloween tattoo on me, because that has nothing to do with me. So all of these have some meaning deeply for me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And it's kind of outside of my norm to do, but I figured I would go ahead and do my makeup and do a little get ready with me while I discussed and talked about all of my tattoos. So I hope you had a great time watching, learned a little bit more about me, and I will see you next video. And like always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and give me a thumbs up, as well as hit that bell to be notified when another video uploads. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.